big smiles from the bride and groom. And bride's parents just move in slightly. That's lovely. And groom's parents, that's nice. That minister, find the lens. Lovely. Look, I'm sorry. I asked for only important guests in this wedding photograph.
I'm important.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the spare prick.
Get them off.
Yeah.
Off.
I'm too shy.
Off.
I'm too shy. I'll be embarrassed.
Off, or you've lost the fight.
See, getting any duvet covers on it. Bloody murder suit.
Hello. This is the Outer Hebrides Broadcasting Corporation calling civilization. More nonsense in a minute, but first it's time for... OHBC News. Bitchy gossip. And we see just how glamorous Glenys Kinnock really looks when she hasn't had enough time to put on her makeup. Stop press, it's time for an important announcement from the Education Minister, Kenneth Clarke, about spelling.
I propose to take up, for example, with the those responsible for the examination system and the GCSE system, the importance of spelling.
Oh, yes, it is. Oh, no, it isn't. Bad news for Cinderella. In this year's panto, there's to be 4 ugly sisters. Filthy, dirty football. And we join referees in training for the forthcoming friendly match between Millwall and Uruguay. Environmental issues. And we see that the Queen has entered into the green spirit of things by recycling her corgis into overcoats. And in our Hollywood gossip spot, we reveal that super sexy stud Warren Beatty has taken up water skiing. That's all for now. Elkiba.
Naturel Plus antiperspirant with plant extracts. Naturel Plus. Natural protection.
Thank you. Hi, and welcome to the show. Today, we're going to be looking at a problem that is sweeping America, a condition that afflicts every single American citizen. Today, we'll be talking to poor, pathetic people who are hopelessly addicted to going... Hi, the Nixons here, the Nixons. Oh, hi. Stand up. Thank you, and welcome to the show. Now, you two, I believe, you are hopelessly addicted to this problem. Is that right?
That's right, ma'am. That's,
you.
That's right, yeah.
Thank you. Now, can you tell us, now I'm sure the viewers at home will be very interested in this as well. Now, can you tell us what sort of a problem does this cause you in your everyday life?
Well, I mean, like just last week, we really let rip, you know, like a real barnstormer. I mean, we just overdosed.
Yeah, well, we totally OD'd.
Now, what was so awful about that?
Well, we were at my mother's funeral.
Now, we're very fortunate today, ladies and gentlemen. We have an expert with us in the audience on this particular problem. And he is Dr. Elvis Tortello. Dr. Tortello. Thank you, Doctor, and welcome to the show. Now, there it is. I mean, what can we do? What can we do to stop going, what? I mean, for no apparent reason at all.
Nothing. I'm really sorry, Opera, but there's nothing we can do to stop people going whoop, whoop, hey, hey, yeah, yeah, or to give it its proper medical name, the Yankee Doodle Wankies. Unfortunately and tragically, there is still no known cure.
Well, Dr. Tortello, that is just where you are wrong. For we, on the Oprah Winfrey Show, have discovered a cure. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Oh, for God's sake! Will you shut that noise down? Night after night, day after day. Somebody's a trying to
Yes. Yes, you've certainly come to the right place to learn how to ski, Mr. McKechnie.
Yes, in our training centre, we can simulate all the problems that you'll find on a ski slope right here.
Oh, really? That's very impressive, eh?
Yes, even the effects of gravity.
Oh, gravity.
Well, the pressure on the skier's knees and ankles is about the same as a baby hippo falling on your shoulders.
Really, a baby hippo? And how do you simulate that?
Oh, we don't.
Isn't that just so typical of him? Look at him. I mean, look at him. He's always got to go one bit.
Bloody mountain bike show off.
Oh, yes. Yes, this is Mr. Miller. He came in to us with a rather nasty burn on his forehead, so we removed some skin from his forearm and grafted it on. Let's see how it's taken. Remove the bandage, sister. Fine, Mr. Miller, fine.
Yeah. offended.
Well, I started having suspicions about my partner when I noticed he was taking trouble with his appearance all of a sudden. Armani suits, Dior shirts, Gucci shoes, they all went. And in came the back to nature look, cords, leather sandals, Fair Isle tank top. I thought, my God, he's screwing a heifer. It was worse than that. He'd got religion. Well, it was the little things I noticed first. You know, the singing nun CDs, swapping his dressing gown for a monk's habit, that kind of thing. And he'd roll home late from the office reeking of incense. And I'd demand to know where he'd been, you know, and he'd say, with my secretary having rampant nookie-ants. Don't pull the wool over my eyes. You've been to Evensong, slipping in a bit of hot gospel, haven't you? And then he'd storm upstairs to his study to fondle his hassock. Well, I couldn't work out why he'd suddenly dumped me for religion. He'd never shown the slightest interest in it before. He was a Protestant. But I thought, don't feel sorry for yourself, two can play at that game. So the next day I went out looking for a faith to be unfaithful with. Trouble is, I don't know much about religion, not since my local clergyman was defrocked for deviancy. In fact, he was so deviant they had to put the frock back on him before they could take it off again, if you see what I mean. And his successor wasn't much better. He said that sex was fine so long as it was clothed in religion. Maybe that's why he kept a hymn book shoved down the front of his trousers. I don't know. Anyway, I thought, you know, if I'm going to be unfaithful, I better not do it with a local faith in case I get found out. So I plumped for something Eastern, and they wanted me to chant a mantra, but I'm a bit self-conscious, so I offered to mime to a Cliff Richard record instead, which didn't go down too well. And then they asked me if I'd shave my head. I thought, sod that, I've just spent 30 quid on a body perm, I'll try the Catholics instead. But anyway, then I thought, you know, can I take the strain of having to call a celibate man without children father? I didn't think I could. Yeah, anyway, by now I was getting desperate, so I spied my local verger mooching around his vestibule. Well, I was a bit lost for small talk, so I said the first thing that came into my head, really. I said, hi there, what's your favourite commandment? He said, number 10. So I said, well, how would you like to break it? He said, all right. So we went round to his place and coveted his neighbour's ass. Not as much fun as it sounds, I can tell you. So I got back home just in time to meet my partner with his laundry. A bin liner of sackcloth shirts and horsehair underpants. And I thought, I've got to confront this. So I said, just what is it that it's got that I haven't? And he paused and he says, you mean you don't know? You mean you've never smelt the heady tang of homemade chutney or known the mystique of the Saturday jumble sale? Well, I hadn't. So I grabbed a candlestick from the mantelpiece and whacked him in the holy orbs with it. And it'll be a long time before he stands up for anyone, I can tell you. Still, the whole thing did raise one interesting question. You know, if we're all looking for God, who exactly is he looking for? David Icke, probably, for pitching.
Looking back on the way we were, and the things we did, and all the things we said.
The Cyril's looking younger every day.
Looking back on the clothes we wore, we just can't ignore the way we wore our hair upon our head. Looking back on how we were then, how we wanted more, and more and more and more.
It's going to grow over the years, and the problem is going to get worse.
And we got what we got, but we have said amen, and we know the score, about all the things the future had in store. Why and how? Poppycock. Then and now. Where and when? Now and then. I wanna know.
As I get the short of my arms with the gun.
The aging process is a funny old thing. Father time changes everything. Some things you gain, some things you lose. Mother Nature doesn't pick or choose. Looking back through history, there's no book or rules. That's how it seems to me. Some people haven't changed at all, they just stay the same. For some people go back and start all over again. Why and how?
and Arthur Scargill.
Now and then.
I wish I knew.
I wanna know.
I wish I knew.
We are all in the same boat.
Where did it go?
Too bad.
That be rubbish. I saw thy lips move.
No, it's more. I'm hard and first license. I tell you, was up along the road the other day. I saw.
Being part of the Morris Miners Owners Club makes me part of one big happy family. Not only do we get a monthly newsletter and attend rallies, but we never miss an opportunity to give each other a friendly wave as we pass each other on the road. And here, the distinctive characteristics of the Morris Minor enable us to spot each other coming at far greater distances than any ordinary vehicle.
Bernard, that is a filthy, disgusting habit.
What? Smoking?
No, listening to Little Richard records.
Why do you do it?
No, because I like it.
Well, that's no excuse. You like you know what, but you don't do that, do you?
No, I've had my moments.
Moments, Bernard? Nonsense. As far as I'm aware, you haven't had a moment in the last 15 years. Moments. Who did you have a moment with, then?
A gentleman never tells, Miriam. Her name was Margaret. She worked behind the record counter at Woolworths.
You had a moment with a common shop girl?
You were a shop girl once, Miriam.
I was not. I was a sales assistant in Bourne and Hollingsworth. There's a world of difference. Well, I feel shocked. I don't know what to say. I feel dirty.
Well, I don't know why. I mean, it was 1963, the year before we met.
That's not the point. You have a past, Bernard. How dare you acquire a past without consulting me?
Oh, I am most terribly sorry. I mean, if we meet again in a future life, I'll hang around the womb until you turn up, shall I?
Now, thank you not to threaten me with the future. Not until we've got this past of yours sorted out.
Suit yourself.
And was she pretty, this wonder of Woolies? I mean, did she give vouchers with it or something?
No, she was fat and she had a mole surgically removed from her bag, but she was exciting.
Exciting? You really know how to twist the knife, don't you, Bernard Weed?
Well, that's what knives are for, isn't it? I mean, you're a woman, you should know.
Well, I'm afraid I don't know anything anymore. I mean, I've given you everything a man could want. A vasectomy, a bathroom door with no keyhole so you can sit there and flick through your glosses unmolested. I mean, what could this supermarket siren do that I can't do?
Well, for a start, Miriam, she could live. Do you know what it is to live, Miriam? Do you?
Certainly not. I come from Penge. What are you talking about?
And for a kick-off, she could whoop bopaluma balam bam bow. Can you, Miriam?
Thankfully not.
And how about she-wop do-wop? Or rama-rama ding-dong? Eh? In fact, may I inquire, has your ding-dong ever rama-rammed? In fact, do you even possess a ding-dong? Rama-rammed or un-rama-rammed?
My ding-dong, Bernard, is a matter for me and my GP. And I'll thank you to stop living and sit down.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire!
Yeah, good. You know.
It's no good. We've lost him. Honestly, you people and your personal stereos, a piece of nonsense. Okay, I've got it there, You're okay, okay. Gently does it. Relax now. This is,
I don't reckon very much in these new segregated smoking areas, I'll tell you that.
You're right there. They always put them in such awkward places.
I must say that was an absolutely delicious meal, Muriel. Absolutely first rate.
Easily as good as a restaurant.
Oh, yes.
Well, one does one's best.
Well, the night's still young. Why don't we all pop out and have a wee drink?
Oh, why not indeed?
What a smashing idea.
I'll second that.
That's the spirit. I do like a wee refreshment on a Saturday night.
Whose car are we taking then?
Well, actually, I'm a wee bit low on petrol. Why don't we go in yours, George?
Well, I don't like to cast things up, but we used mine the last time. Muriel, your car's in the drive.
Oh, in case you've forgotten, George, it's in the drive because I did all the driving this afternoon.
We weren't drinking this afternoon, Muriel.
Oh, so that's what this is all about, Alistair. You don't want to drive because it'll ruin your chances of having a good bucket, eh?
Oh, come on now, Muriel. I hope you're not suggesting that I overindulge.
Oh, look, I'll drive.
Well done, Fraser.
That's settled then.
Wait a minute. How many of these have you had?
Oh, you're still allowed to drive with a wee glass of wine, Muriel.
The legal limit is 5 units of alcohol. How many of these have you had?
27.
Oh, well, that's it. He's a borderline case, isn't he?
Borderline? He's bluttered.
We could sober him up by making him drink black coffee and lots of pints of water. Yes?
No, I think that would take far too long. Why don't I just stick my fingers down his throat?
Alistair, stop. There's no need for that. If we grab hold of his ankles, turn him upside down, give him a good shake, that'll do the trick.
Yes, that's a great idea, Muriel. And if this doesn't work, I've got a foot pump in the car. We can reverse the suction and pump his stomach out.
Oh, please, I've changed my mind.
Oh, he's changed his mind, eh? That is so typical of you, Fraser. Right, which one of you's not going to do without a drink tonight?
Well, not me, Alistair, not me. I have done your dirty work before. Oh, yes, good old Muriel. She'll drive the pissheads to the pub. Well, not tonight.
Oh, give me that!
What is it? Poison!
Worse. Benilyn may cause drowsiness. Do not drive or operate machinery. Very bloody clever, Muriel. Well, that's it. It's between you and I now, George. Stay away from me, Alistair. Come on, George, be a man. Show us the colour of your car keys. Don't come any nearer. I'll chop my accelerator leg off. You wouldn't dare. Oh!
Alistair, I think he's hurt himself very badly.
Get me some brandy.
Oh, here you are, George. Take some of that. That's it. Do you feel any better?
Oh, I feel fine. Of course, I can't drive now after drinking all that brandy. Bastard. Right, if you like brandy that much, have some more. Come on, you swine, you are. Dirty trick.
Oh, my goodness, I nearly forgot. Oh, I thought we were going out for a drink tonight, so I ordered a taxi.
Now, this time, when I slap my hand on the dashboard, I want you to imagine that a pedestrian has just stepped out in front of you. Good. Drive on.
Bloody maniac, you've just run over him! You didn't tap that time.
Just going to freshen up.
You can now watch Naked Video, Naked on TV, whenever the fancy takes you.